Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. I would like to start off this episode by mentioning something that has been mentioned to me several times. We're an adult craft beer podcast. We talk about things that might offend you, and if we upset your little feelings, well, good. That's what we like to do. Today on this episode of misBEERhavior, something a little bit different. Today, instead of just my two normal lovely co-hosts, because I'm your host, Ron, we have a fourth lovely co-host. Third co-host.
Fourth individual on the podcast.
We have a guest this week. It's an all mystery beer week, and we have a mystery host. Say hi, mystery host.
Hi.
We'll start off with, I am the host this week for episode number 14.
Yes.
To my left is my lovely co-host, Missy.
Hello.
My other lovely co-host, the great and amazing Ariana.
Yo.
And then today we have our final host, our guest host, our first guest ever. We have who?
Blake, the Brewery Explorer.
Hi, Blake.
Hey.
What's up, Blake? Yo.
Been hanging out with this man here, we'll say outside of work. By work, I mean the podcast, having a few sips. Decided to bring him on. Before we started our little party today, we had some pre-beers provided by Mr. Blake. They were most excellent. Our pre-beers included one by Third Eye called Subconscious Haze, a triple New England IPA. And I just dropped some shit. You're on the end. You go get it.
Ronald. Our favorite Party Fowler.
Party Fowler. We have Froze Hydra, which is by, I don't know who the hell that is.
Right there.
Oh. By the fuck.
Livingston.
Yeah, what she
I
said.
gave them several chances.
What she said. By them. And
When are you getting your eyes done, Ron?
whenever the fuck I get enough money. And then we have PB Eugene by Revolution Brewing out of Chicago. So I guess first off, since this is new, tell us about yourself, sir.
Well, I've been in the craft beer ever since I turned 21, and it's just something I've really grown. And about 2 years ago, I started a blog page of just taking pictures of breweries and just talking about the beer. And then this past February, I launched a podcast with two of my brew crew friends, and we're just going to different breweries and talking to brewers and owners of anyone that wants to talk to us.
So where'd you go for your first episode, man?
Matry Brewing out of Cincinnati.
Oh, sweet. What'd you see and what'd you do?
We sat down with Ryan Blevins. He's the head brewer at Matry, and we just asked some questions on how he got started and how they came. They started when you can even have a tap room. When you opened a brewery back in 2012, and now they got over 200 employees.
Nice. Go with
I
them.
do remember hearing that. I thought that was pretty unique. Like, they couldn't have a tap room. It was like...
Couldn't have a tap room where they just have to sell it like direct through distro or something?
I guess.
Huh.
Would be my...
That sounds like it'd be hard as hell to get started that way.
Yes.
you
I
have to
can
push
imagine
it.
it.
Yeah. It's not like you can go in and try it. You just, hey, here, take this, sell it.
Take this, sell it, and, go to different restaurants and, bars around and be like, hey, come on, our beer's good, try this.
Right.
That'd be a lot of risk in that, so go them.
Yes.
Go very much them. Since this is an all mystery beer episode, I am going to start off with a mystery beer I brought.
Sweet.
And we have, instead of our usual 3, we have 4 because we have a guest host. And our guest host brought one as well.
I saw that. I was pretty excited when I saw who the company was on the cap. You didn't tape it up this time.
Nah, I didn't tape it this time because we got so many mysteries to go through.
Right, doesn't matter.
It's not like when I cheated and got the freaking,
The Guinness.
thank you.
I liked, I think my bottle top, I don't think I've seen it anywhere else.
I was really excited when I saw this one on the shelf. I'm like, this has multiple flavors.
It's like the color of cinnamon.
Yeah.
I had someone talking to me about something that they would like me to dust off my brewing skills and make recently, and this is very much themed off of that conversation. To preface it, the chicken question, I'll wait till after we try this because I think I mentioned something to you guys about it.
Oh yeah, I think I know your.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm totally drawing a blank.
Is that? I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, you, as soon as you start saying it, you'll know.
I can't remember what the flavor was though.
I feel like I do remember you saying that somebody wanted you to brew something.
He wants to do some, he's got a lot of stuff to homebrew. Mr. Blake here wants to brew some things.
Oh, that's a cool
Yes.
idea.
Have you ever brewed anything?
Yes, I've done IPAs.
Oh, really?
There's that.
Yeah. And I've done a couple stouts. I started with the home brewing kits.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Mr.
Like
Beer?
a bourbon barrel.
I think it smells like bourbon barrel as well.
Mm.
It is a bourbon barrel, but it's the other flavor.
Is it the rye?
No.
The other flavor?
Oh, that's good. It's like maple syrup.
I feel like, I don't know.
Is that
It's
a barley
spicy.
wine?
No.
No.
I don't know what you mean by the other flavor. Oh, wait a minute. Is it a rum?
It's a bourbon barrel.
A bourbon barrel?
Bourbon barrel aged.
Well, what,
Like maple
I'm
syrup.
not understanding what he means by the other flavor. I was thinking he was like a different liquor.
No,
Like a
no.
different type of barrel aged.
No, it's something bourbon barrel aged.
Oh, okay.
So this is like pretty.
Don't milk cookie.
God, that is delicious. It is as good as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's
good.
good.
Very good.
Do we give up or not?
I'm gonna cheat and say it's Jackie O's.
Yeah.
I
She saw the cap. It is
I'm
Jackie
really
O's.
liking it. I like them because they're good, but I also like them because of how he went about his brewery.
Didn't you just go to Jackie O's recently?
Yes,
I
we're
believe I
there
saw a
17
post.
years.
So,
Yeah.
for those listening, the color of this is like almost it reminds me a little bit of a Coca-Cola. There's not a lot of head to it, not a lot of foam, but it's kind of a. It's not. I won't call it a dark, but it's a very caramelized sort of a color.
Yeah.
Right. She said it was like the color of cinnamon. I like agree on that. It's got like a small bit of a reddish tint to it.
Not much light comes through it.
Um,
It's not completely opaque, but
very smooth, very easy drinking. I remember the alcohol content's up there, so.
so I'm gonna be drunk as fuck and acting stupid here.
I mean, after the pre-beers we got fed in this, yeah.
Right. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking. I don't know. For some reason, you mentioned Coke, and you're like the other flavor, and I'm like,
It's not Coke.
right. And I was like,
Which type of Coke? Okay.
Exactly.
Not the kind that
Right.
not the kind that my kid's boyfriend used to sell.
No, I
That kind of wake you up though.
I was thinking. I don't know. For some reason, it put me in mind like Dr. Pepper. Like, did we have a conversation about that?
Mm.
Is that what
Nope.
like you meant by the other? I'm like really dumbfounded. Like, what do you mean other flavor?
I can't for the life think of me.
Okay, you mean to whip it out?
Right. Yes.
Whip it out.
Whip it out.
Whip it out. Oop, even
Give it
Blake
to
wants
us,
me to whip it.
baby.
He's ready to go.
All right, we got Jackie O's What do you honey?
Dude, didn't we do that one before?
I think we did.
Well, did
Come
we?
on, Ronald.
Did we?
I almost said, I wonder, like,
I didn't remember
if
the-
I didn't bring it, I know he did.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's good though.
But it's a
Right.
wheat wine style ale.
There you go. Wheat wine. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
You know, I thought there was a sweet flavor on it, but I can't pinpoint.
For those
Right.
looking, if we did this before, they had a different label on it. That's for sure.
I don't know, Ronald.
I mean, you could look, but
that up right
we
now.
got a oak barrel with for those just listening, we have an oak barrel with honeycomb in it and some bees going in and out, and the yellow's kind of like I don't know, embossed shiny. I don't know, whatever. If I fucked up, oh well, it's still delicious.
delicious.
We did it.
Did we do it?
Yes.
When did we do it?
December 12th, 2022. Not even that long ago, bro. Like 4 months ago.
Took that picture.
Did you have like 3 bottles of it and you just forget where it was?
No, I picked that one up from the jungle.
Oh,
I just saw it and thought it looked good.
I'm gonna go back. I would almost guarantee he's the one that brought it the
This
first time around.
Probably. This is like our chats when Missy sends something in the chat and then 2 days later Ron sends the exact same thing because he never fucking looks at it.
He'll send a meme and like a couple weeks later, he sends the meme again. I'm like, dude, bro, I think you already sent that to this group.
I can't believe we saw that.
So, as we all know, I am prettier than I am smart, and let's be honest, this face, not very pretty, folks.
Early onset Alzheimer's. I think you should get checked.
Probably.
Well, mad cow disease.
Maybe. You're a guest on here. How dare you insult me? How dare you, sir?
High five, bro. High five.
You are walking home, sir.
That's a far walk.
I'll drive you home.
Right.
Fuck.
I don't know if you'd want me to.
But he is going to be like, Ron's going to be the special guest on me, Ariana, and Blake's new podcast.
I'll be very special. I'll be sitting here in the corner drooling on myself. It's better.
It's cool. I'm digging it. I'm definitely going to have to look up to see what other beers were brought during that one, and then we're gonna be like, all right, who brought those beers? And it's gonna be Ron.
I feel like it is.
I'm feeling like it was either me or Ron.
See, I don't think it was me because I don't specifically bring a lot of Jackie O's, you know?
I don't think anybody has. We only have like a couple, I bet.
I bring a couple of Jackies for the brew day.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I really like them. I think they have like a kick-ass story behind their brewery, so I'm like in support of anything Jackie brings in, what they do. But so what would you rate it? What did we rate it before? Probably really high. I think it's delicious.
I'd say a 4.
Are we doing this then?
I mean, it's on the.
We can.
I mean, were we doing misBEERhavior yet?
No, if it was December, that was a Strubing
Did
butt
we
plug.
start rating them?
We-
when we butt plugged?
Our rating is 4.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think.
I was gonna say 4 on this.
I don't know how like, you know, like on it we were rating things in butt plug because we were like very inconsistent. So.
Right. It was just us bringing some beer on and then talking, and if we ran out of things to say, we would talk about the beer versus actually focusing on the beer.
So, rating wise, what would you rate this one, Blake?
I would say a 4. Solid 4.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a 4 all the way through.
Okay, I'm writing this shit down.
Hell yeah.
Well, while I fucked up on that one.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I try.
Did we all say 4?
Yeah. We don't have to do any averaging or any math to figure that out.
Yeah, it's an easy rating on that.
So, do we want to talk about any of our pre-beers?
I do. I think we should.
Okay, pick a pre-beer and talk about it.
I'll pick the one that we picked first. So I want to talk about the Third Eye Brewing Company Subconscious Haze Triple NE IPA. There's 10% ABV, 30 IBU. It's got a really. I like Third Eye Brewing because it's. I don't know. I think they're kind of like a. I don't know. Just the name Third Eye alone says it. But it's like the can is a bunch of purple and pink swirls with a little bit of blue. It looks celestial or just like kind of like a tie-dye type thing.
Like trippy hippie shit?
Yeah, and let's see. So their flavoring, it says on the back, it says, tipping the scales at a 10%. Our first triple IPA overflows with aromas of tropical stone fruit, ripe peaches, and juicy fruit gum. It's boozy, but still smooth and drinkable thanks to the flaked oats, wheat, and lactose that balance all these fruity hop flavors. This juicy NE IPA engulfs your senses and leaves your mouth watering for another sip. And so, you know, I'm not a very big IPA fan. It's like my least favorite beer, but this was, I feel like it was really amazing. It was so smooth, and I really liked it. Like I like to drink IPAs like this because it changes my mind about what I think about an IPA, because I'm kind of like, I'm not against them. I will try many IPAs to try to get an IPA that I like, but it's like IPAs like this are teaching me that I actually do like IPAs instead of disliking them like I originally believed.
So we had lasagna for dinner tonight, and I was surprised how well this actually paired with lasagna.
Yeah.
Like, I took a bite of lasagna, and then I just had a mouthful of that, and I let it sit there in my mouth for a minute, and the sweetness from that kind of worked in that lasagna. It was very good.
I thought it was really good like that. So when you brought the beers, Blake, did you have any like special reason, or is it just like you kind of like?
I have a very big beer fridge, so I have a lot to choose from.
So you just grabbed whatever was there?
No, but I saw some I really liked, and
right, gotcha. So it's kind of more so.
And I wasn't sure what your guys' palettes were, so I said I brought a mix of everything.
We have trash palettes.
Trash palettes.
No, I do see that you.
I mean, you guys were drinking dark charge, so your palate's pretty good. I would
Right,
say
yeah.
you would have to have a decent palate to do dark charge.
Right. I feel like you brought like a very decent mix. Like they're all. You should be able to find something you like within any of those. I think even if you don't have a very refined palate for craft beer, I just didn't know if you had like a specific like a reason as to
You
why
were
you bought
theming
one.
it, or you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, I really like this one.
I guess I was
this...
thinking of a flight board. If I would go to a brewery,
So that's like what you would choose. You would choose like a big variety versus
Yes.
sticking to one. Yeah, I do that.
Big
too
variety
sometimes.
versus getting all the bourbon barrels or all the IPAs or whatever.
except when we're at dark charge and it's
Right.
Yeah, that's dark charge though. It's different.
Yes,
it's all
yes.
you're there for the bourbon barrels.
Right.
I guess the only thing I missed was a Pilsner or a lager, but I don't really have those in my beer fridge yet because it's not really that
Right.
season yet.
I feel you. I'm kind of like whenever I choose my flights, I always try to go for a wide variety. Sometimes I like, oh man, these all look super good, and I end up getting like those stouts or like bourbon barrels, and they all end up being a central flavor for what my favorite flavor is. But I mean, either way, with all of them, it was really cool. I like it.
Hell yeah.
But how about like, let's rate that one. So,
IPA.
I would say a 5.
yeah.
From-
I'll give it a 4.5 because it's like, I'm really impressed with the fact that it's like a delicious IPA, so I'm always super shocked. I'll give that, IPA a 4.5.
I say a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with her in a 3.5. I loved it. It's an IPA. Still not my favorite style, but definitely a good one.
Right.
I've been trying to not overrate things and not be like, oh man, that thing was shit, but like I'm gonna be nice and give it like a 3.759.
See,
What did Missy say?
I said a 4.5. I always end up having to give the IPAs, like, especially if it surprises me in the fact that I like it. Like, I would drink another one. I would order this.
I thought it was pretty good.
I would drink another
It
one.
just, I don't know. I'm not like an IPA fan, so I
Right.
don't like that. What do you call it, a rubber band, and he calls it a penny taste.
Yeah.
And I don't really like that. And we've had a couple that don't have that hardcore taste to it.
The-
and they're really smooth, and I like them.
One was an Arche, I know that.
I find when you get to like, if it's just a straight IPA where it's like one, maybe two types of hops, that's when you get just that rubber bandy penny. But when you start getting into, triples and quads and that sort of a thing, there's enough variance in the flavor that it starts to kind of smooth out some of that.
I'm not a dank beer kind of person. I don't
Was that
like
dank
it.
squatch, that shit?
Oh, that was hideous.
So gross.
That was a bad one.
Dank squash.
I think also depends on the hops they use too.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you like a really big IPA fan?
Yeah,
A
it's
lot of people
it's one of
are.
my go-tos.
There you go.
So you've been to Crooked Handle there a lot. What'd you think of when they did and I don't know if they're still doing it, but the Pickwa specific IPA or whatever the hell that was, lager?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's a great starter for people that are just getting into IPAs.
Okay.
It's better than their blue. I had their blue pale ale. It was okay. It wasn't very good.
I went there on St. Patrick's Day, even though I was feeling like absolute ass, and I should have got the Wee Bit of Trouble, which is they're kind of a Irish porter. But I had this. They said they only brewed it for St. Patrick's Day. This Irish red one. I didn't care for that one much. Wasn't my favorite red, but to each their own. I'm sure they sold the hell out of it.
I think it's hard to find decent reds. I don't know. I'm still looking for some.
That was always like a favorite of mine before I really knew about craft beer. That was like one that I really liked were red beers.
I mean, I like Unhappy Ember from Mad Tree. That's always been a good one. But
Okay. So, anybody feeling thirsty?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Why don't we describe that last beer?
Yeah, that so the one that we were talking about, the IPA, I think it was smooth. It was smooth for an IPA.
smooth, sweet.
it had some fruity in it.
It definitely did. I liked the sweetness to it. It wasn't overbearing. It had the sweetness, but still kept its IPA style. I really like that.
So how would you describe the one before that?
The Jackios,
Bourbon.
Bourbon,
honey,
honey,
repeat.
smooth bourbon, honey, repeat. Drink more.
Sweet.
Good enough. I did it again. Are you getting a wedgie?
No.
You're allowed to pick it if you are.
Right,
Oh.
it's cool.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Okay.
It's not gotten hot in summer yet, so we're still wearing pants.
Yeah, there's no swamp asses yet.
Oh, you guys wear Speedos or something when you...
Right,
Speedos.
Yeah.
What?
Well, we got in the pool for one episode last.
Yeah, we did get in the pool.
At a kiddie pool. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
That was fun.
So,
I look absolutely awful in a kiddie pool, but they look okay. I made everybody go blind, but they made up for it.